In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, to whom we all have to turn back. Honorable listeners and respectable audience, you know that we have started a series of linguistics. In linguistics, I taught you so many chapters like phonetics, phonology, morphology, and formation of words, and also the history of language and characteristic of language. The next chapter which we have commenced, that was about syntax, which is the study of the structure of the sentence. That how a sentence is structured, organized, and also formed. Listeners and audience, today the topic which I have selected for you. This topic is about universal grammar or generative grammar. Okay. So you will learn about generative grammar theory. That what is generative grammar theory and how it has similarity with universal grammar and how it is connected to transformational grammar. And you will also learn in this theory grammaticality judgment test or task. Be with me and listen to this lecture from beginning until end. Listeners and audience, whenever we are talking about generative grammar, generative term, it was taken from mathematics. In this theory, generative grammar, it is also known as transformational grammar. What is the basic principle of this theory? This theory was basically introduced and developed by Noam Chomsky in 1950. According to this theory, that human being is born with innate capacity, and there are a set of rules. There are a set of rules where the language of human being was shaped based on those rules. And also those rules are even present, those set of rules are even present in the brain of human being, which we call innate capacity. To make it short, according to Noam Chomsky, theory universal grammar, he says that human being was born with innate capacity. And in the brain of human being, there are certain set of rules or principles where the language of human being was shaped by those rules, by certain principles. So, when human being is born, then he is able to understand a language. Now, he may speak any language, but those principles and those set of rules which are in the brain of human being, which are already shaped in his brain, they work, and human being understand language, the correct sentence and the incorrect sentence, can differentiate between the correct and incorrect sentence because of those rules, which is also known as universal grammar. That human being languages, they have basic principles or rules which are fitted and programmed in the mind of human being. So any language human being speaks, then he understands that that particular sentence is correct or incorrect. Now, listeners and audience, this is actually the basic principle of Noam Chomsky theory which I presented before you. Now, the question is, what is grammaticality judgment task? Grammaticality judgment task mean that how to prove The universal grammar theory or generative grammar theory. Yes, there are some other linguists who are not agree with Noam Chomsky. But those linguists who are agree with Noam Chomsky, they say that in order to know universal grammar theory or generative grammar theory, you have to know about competence. That competence is actually unconscious knowledge in the brain of human being, or it is unconscious knowledge where human being knows that a particular sentence is correct and a particular sentence is incorrect. So that is the process of unconscious knowledge. Now, what is grammaticality judgment task? Grammaticality judgment task means that to ask a native common person about some sentences that either he knows or not that which sentence is correct or which is incorrect. So, for example, if you ask two sentences from the native speakers, that how you is, or you ask another sentence that how are you. So, based on that innate capacity, on that innate ability which is programmed in the mind of that human, that common person, he will definitely answer you that the first sentence is incorrect while the second sentence is correct. So, this is actually the proof, and this is actually the argument for the theory of universal grammar. So, listeners and audience, this is all about universal grammar theory. That what is universal grammar theory, how, when it was developed and introduced, and what is grammaticality judgment task or test or task. Hope that this topic is clear to you.